Okay, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be about tracking and compositing inside After Effects. After Effects is an advanced motion graphics program, but we're not going to be covering too many advanced things in this tutorial because this one is specifically about just removing a blink at the beginning of a video clip that I have. And if you've never opened up After Effects before, this video might be a little bit intimidating, and that's okay because After Effects is an intimidating program by nature. It has a lot of advanced functions and there's a lot you can do with it. In this video, you should be able to follow along, at least to be able to learn the technique involved, which will bring your video edits to the next level. All right, with that being said, let's dive into After Effects and get started on this tutorial. All right, I have After Effects CC open. I have a 1920 by 816 clip brought into the project and then brought down into a composition that is also 1920 by 816. This is a wider clip, so that's what we're going to be working with today. As you can see on the very first frame, Alli has her eyes closed here. And this is actually the first clip in our YouTube channel trailer, so it's not exactly the most flattering clip to have as the very first frame that pops up when people play the video. So there are a few options here. Of course, we could leave it the way it is. 2, we could refilm. Or 3, we could use a program like After Effects to grab a frame later on and then paste it over this section by tracking and compositing. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today, so let's get started. First, let's set our composition to full resolution and then click our layer, head up to animation, then track in Boris Effects Mocha. This is a program that comes with After Effects and it's really great for motion tracking. Let's go into our Effect Controls panel and then click on the Mocha logo. This will launch Mocha, and once it's open, it'll bring the footage into Mocha and set it up for you. This program has a lot of advanced options and it looks very intimidating, but for today's video, we're just going to be sticking to the basics and only using a few of the options. So the first thing to do in this technique is to find the frame that we want to use as our reference point. So let's drag the cursor and find a spot just as her eyes have opened up the most. So that looks to be about frame 9. Then on our keyboard, we're going to hit the Z key and zoom in a bit. And then we'll hold the X key to bring it down a bit. Next, we'll go up to the X-spline tool, which is right here. And we will start drawing dots around Alli's eyes. And then we'll hit right click to close it off. So let's drag a few of these to try to make it look the same as the left side. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as we're selecting a good area that essentially will not be moving much around her eyes. We don't want to add any tracking points through her eyes because her eyes will be blinking and that will interrupt the tracking data. Now for this type of tracking, it's only 9 frames, so there's nothing too complicated about it. There's no perspective or scaling change that happens throughout this clip for the first 9 frames, so we don't really need to do any advanced tracking work. For this one, it's pretty straightforward. Down here, we'll leave it at 90%. Then we will turn off the scale, rotation, and shear because it's only the translation that we need, meaning there's no perspective change. And because there's only a little bit of movement, we'll change it from large motion to small motion. And then we can ignore the entire rest of the footage because we're only dealing with the 9 frames here. So because we're on the 9th frame, we're going to track the data backwards so it tracks the 9 frames right at the beginning of the footage. So let's go over here to the track area and we'll hit this button here to track backwards. Okay, so that's all we need to do inside Mocha. Let's hit File, Save, and then go back into After Effects. This will bring us back into After Effects, and then down in our composition, we will click our layer and then go to Edit, Duplicate. We'll hit Enter on the top layer and rename it Eyes. This is good for organization. And then with the top layer selected, we're going to zoom all the way in, and then we're going to use the Pen tool and draw 2 masks around Alli's eyes. So right now it doesn't look like anything's happening, and that's because both layers are on, but if we turn off the bottom layer, you can see what we have done. Within the eyes layer, we're going to open it up and we're going to go to masks. We'll open both of those. And on both of these, we're going to feather the edges so that they come off a little more smoothly and blend into our bottom layer. So with the mask feather, let's change that to about 25. And we'll do the same for the bottom one. Now that we see how it's working, we will turn the bottom layer back on. Then on our eyes layer, we will go to the 9th frame and drag the top layer just past it so it ends on the 10th frame. So in other words, the layer that we're going to be compositing with only goes from 1 frame to 9. Now that we've trimmed the clip, let's make sure we're on the very last frame of the top layer. We can confirm we're on the last frame by closing the bottom layer and then going to the last frame where we see something. On this layer, we now want to freeze frame everything so that the entire top frame is just frozen with the eyes open. In order to do that, we right click, go to time, and freeze frame. Then as you can see, as we scroll through, it is just the exact same frame frozen throughout all of the 9 frames. Now we can start the process of applying the tracking data. Let's go up to Layer, New, and then Null Object. This will be the layer we apply the tracking data to. So let's click on the eyes layer. That will bring up the Mocha plugin within the effect controls. Then under the tracking data, we will, under export options, choose transform, and then layer export to, we will choose the null object. Next, we'll go and click on create track data. And then on the layer here, we will select the gear icon and then go to OK. And the last thing we want to do, which is very important, is make sure that we are on the very first frame. And now when we hit apply export, it's going to apply the data to the first frame on the null object. So let's hit apply. And then within the null layer, you can see that some keyframes have been added. That's all our tracking data. And if we scrub through, you can see that the effect still hasn't been completed yet. So the last thing we need to do is link the eyes layer to our null layer, which is our tracking data layer. So in order to do this, we want to go back to our reference frame, which is the 9th frame. And then under the parent and link section on the eyes layer, we want to select the null layer. So now we've completed the effect. Let's turn off the null layer and click on nothing so that we don't see anything, and then scrub through the effect. So just like magic, Alli is no longer blinking at the beginning of the clip, and this is a great first frame. So let's go back to fit. So as you can see, this is exactly what we want. The very first frame has both of our eyes open, and this looks a little more flattering than what we had originally. So yes, this is a very subtle effect, and most of the time people won't have any idea that you even did it. In fact, if I never revealed in this video that I did cover up a blink in our channel trailer right at the beginning, you probably would have never known or guessed that I did that. And most visual effects or tracking and compositing jobs in After Effects will be like this. You do a lot of work, it takes so much time to do it, and at the end of the day, no one notices. But that means that you've done an excellent job, because that is the point of visual effects. It's supposed to be a seamless composite. Okay, so that does it for this tutorial on motion tracking and compositing in After Effects. I hope you're able to follow along and at least pick up the technique behind what we were doing today, because that technique can be applied to so many different types of projects, and they're just so invaluable in video editing. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you're into cinematography, video editing, watching travel videos, how-tos, or reviews, we release new YouTube videos weekly, so subscribe if you want to see more videos from us. Hit the like button if you liked it, leave a comment below, and we will see you next time.